Good practice today. Yeah, I mean, guys had good energy. I think they enjoyed the home surroundings. The ball was going in the basket quite a bit today, so it's just nice to be back. Back in our routine. Practicing here. Getting. It was a long week. Long 8 days, really, three straight road games. So I think the guys are enjoying that and getting back to class this week too. So we're getting some students back on campus. So it's good. Had a good day today.
What is your big picture takeaway from those 3 games?
Just we didn't shoot particularly well in the first two and in the 30s, and then we were 8 for 24 from three versus Utah, but we did climb those numbers to about 44%. So I like where we're trending, and we got to get back to to being more efficient on offense and executing a little better on offense, and showed some good signs of that. But I just loved that we competed, and all three were tough environments. We're learning to play as a highly ranked team, knowing that our opponents are going to give us their best shot, and we were court stormed. So there's a lot of new things happening here that have not happened at Arizona State.
Did you like the shots you were getting, Bobby? Did you feel out of rhythm at all?
Well, I mean, I thought I didn't do as great a job against Colorado of getting more movement into our offense against their zone, and we did some things in practice leading into Utah that helped get some more movement, which I think our offense functioned better, and so we can't just stand and move the ball around with no movement against zone defense, and we did better against Utah. But yeah, I mean, I'm Shannon. I was really pleased to see him play the way he did at Utah. After it's hard when you're in a little bit of a slump and you're not seeing the ball go in to drag yourself out of that, and really happy with his effort. And then Cody was another guy, especially in the first half. His plays on defense, his dunk in the open court, really got us going in that game.
I know you've done it in the past, but are you putting in 6 defenders to get busy against the zone?
Against this zone?
Yeah, are you practicing with a 6 defender?
No, we'll usually do that some for teams that are gonna try and be real physical and press and pressure you. But no, it's we actually are spending more time working against zone, because you would think if teams scout us that especially after, if you watch the Colorado game, you might think that could be more effective against us. So we've got more repetitions against zone this week, and we will leading into this game.
Do you feel that extra day that you had to prepare for Utah really helped against the zone that much more?
I think it was just good physically. You're in an overtime game at Colorado, and guys played heavy minutes. To have more of a recovery day in between was helpful, and then we had a good practice on Saturday.
Coach, how big of a difference is it when Shannon Evans has a game like he did against Utah? How much of a different energy is it out on the court in his performance?
Yeah, I mean, we've been built that way this year. It's been the reason we've had the success we've had, is that we've had 5 and 6 guys in double figures in games that we've had success. So we just got to get back to having more guys playing well on offense. And Shannon certainly has the fire and the passion. When he gets a game going, it kind of rubs off on everyone else. So it was nice to see him play that way at Utah.
Looking forward to the postseason, how does his road trip prepare you
For how?
for the postseason?
Yeah, I mean, it's a good feeling to have gotten 3 of them done with already. Knowing that you got 15, and 9 of those 15 are at home, and that's key. And Utah's top 60 team right now, so to get a road win in a top 60 is big for us as we move forward through the conference.
Coach, how would you assess Kamani's return to the court?
I thought he had some better moments against Utah, and had a nice drive and a 3-point play and a couple of offensive rebounds. And for him, it's even harder for him than it was for Mickey when he came back, because Mickey was never injured. He was getting full reps through an extended period of time, and Kamani had to sit out for those weeks, and so it's gonna take a little longer. But he looked better in practice today, and he'll continue to get better, and his role will continue to grow.
So much talk about being in the top 5 just a couple other weeks. How is the team kind of responding to dropping the polls? How do you, if you do this?
I mean, you read things and you see that that we dropped, and it's like the headline. I mean, we're still, number 11 in the country. It's not that bad, and 11's been pretty good to me. I like 11, so that's fine. But we're excited where we are and what we've done, and still, a lot of basketball left to be played, and just we can't focus on like where our season's going to be a month from now, or what we did last week. We just got to really lock in every day to get better, and take these games one game at a time.
Coach, are you doing anything to sort of tone down the fouls a little bit, kind of hand?
I watched the film, and that's all you could do is watch the film and make adjustments, and we got to do a better job within a game of adjusting to how that game is being officiated. If there have been games where more contact is going to be allowed, and other games will be a tighter called game, and maybe we didn't get that point across in the best way to our players, so we could avoid that. But we got to, statistically, it just doesn't match up. So I'm struggling to figure that out. We got to, we didn't foul people like anywhere near the level of what we're getting called for now in Pac-12. So, we have to adjust to that and make some changes.
Do you feel like it's different this year versus the last couple of years in the Pac-12, the way the fouls have been on the road?
I mean, it's on the road. It's always tough. There's always adversity. You don't feel like you may always get the same as if you're at home. But it's hard for me to make that judgment, right now, whether it was worse last year or not.
Yeah. But also kind of, Lamelo's only a freshman, kind of learning what he can do and what he can do inside as far as physical.
Yeah, I mean, it's his nature, to be physical, and we looked at his fouls and talked with him about it. It's some of a majority of it was his fault, and was correctable, is correctable, and hopefully he'll make some adjustments.
When you talk about effectively combating the zone defenses, the fact that your nucleus is 3 senior guards, does that make it easier, you think, in the process of scheming like that?
Yeah, I mean, it's you could already see that we felt more comfortable at Utah having played against Colorado, and I think the other times we've faced zones this year, we've shot people out of zone like really fast, and then they didn't want to go back to it again. And so because our perimeter shooting has been so strong, but we didn't do that well enough either in Colorado, so they were able to stick with it through most of the game. So we got to step into shots and make shots, and we're more than capable of doing that. And then just like I said, the movement that we got at Utah was much better.
Looking forward to Oregon, what challenges do they present to you guys?
They have good size, really across the board. They have big guards. They have really good athletes. They have a shot blocking presence. Pritchard is one of the highly regarded guards in the conference, and they're a program that has expected success and is used to winning and going to the tournament, going deep in the tournament. So they're going to have a winning mindset coming in. That so we're focused on ourselves and getting better and preparing.
Just going back to Kamani real quick, when he is at full strength, just what does he bring to the table?
Well, I mean, he's not a guy that's ball dominant, that needs the basketball in his hand all the time. He's go get offensive rebound. He'll basket cut for a layup, get out in the open court. He's extremely long. He's got great wingspan and uses that effectively. And he's comfortable playing in the paint or away from the basket. He's a very versatile player.
What do you think about the decision to have more seating in the arena? Did it feel differently out there today?
I just reminded the guys early in practice. I didn't notice it right away when I came in, and then I looked and saw it, and I stopped our initial warm-up drill that we did, and I brought everyone over. I said, "Look, man, this is what you guys have done. You should be proud of that." And now there's such an increased demand that this has happened, and you guys have done it. So, I mean, I think it's outstanding. Can't tell you how much we appreciate, having a lively, energetic, packed Wells Fargo. It was such an advantage at Vanderbilt and Pacific, and we look forward to carrying that over here into Pac-12.
You mentioned Cody's dunk against Utah. How much
Well, he doesn't do it too often, so Cody's going to be mad at me that I said that. But no, he'll do anything really to help you win. He's a warrior. He's made a couple of good instinctive defensive plays, and yeah, I mean he's got that capability though to go in there and make a play like that.
So Romelo's had a tough few games to start backfield play. Do you attribute that really to anything specifically?
Well, again, he had no chance against Utah. In all fairness, in that game to play well, it was just he was in there for 6 minutes. It seemed like every time he went in, he was whistled and he was back out. So I kind of throw that game out for me. Again, we talked to him about his fouls. We showed him. So hopefully he'll be able to stay in the game for an extended period of time to get in a rhythm and be able to play. Other than that, he'll be fine as a freshman. He kind of go through certain times where you may not be at your very best, but I think that he's and also he had a little bit of a foot that we were dealing with in December and really managing his practice time, and he wasn't getting the reps that other guys were getting, and I think he's over that, and so he's a full go all the time. I think he'll build on that on the practice floor and get things going.
How comfortable do you think he's growing into against teams that play zone defense?
Yeah, I mean he's got to be himself. He's got to run the floor and try and get some in the open court. He's got to go to the offensive glass. He's got to look for the ball and try and demand the ball and be a big target in there, and he'll get his opportunities.
When guys have gotten in foul trouble and individuals kind of had to guard some bigger guys, how important is he just to the whole team?
Yeah, he just the stat sheet means nothing when you really talk about Mickey, and he just as a coach that a guy has a great impact on the game when you don't want to take him out, and that's kind of how I'm feeling about what he's doing on the floor. And he battled Collette because he's strong and he's tough, and try to get him away from the basket and rebounds and guys like playing with him because he's a good passer, and he'll find an open teammate.
Mickey drew that charge at the end of the game. It was kind of like a sigh of relief.
That they didn't call a charge?
I mean,
What's that?
when he drew it, or when he drew the offensive foul.
Or you mean on the last play when he got fouled?
Or he got fouled.
Yes, that.
Never mind.
Well, I mean, it was when I watched the tape, they got that one right because Collette's foot was on the restricted line, so it was he had great position. Collette, it was a fraction from being a really good defensive play for them, but it worked against them.